Hello and welcome to Thrive, a wellbeing podcast for the students of Alexandra College.
When I was being introduced to period products, I remember, like I said, they had someone come into our school to talk to us about it. But when she was talking about it the whole time, everyone was just laughing and stuff, because I think it kind of maybe people get defensive about it or something, because it's kind of people find it embarrassing. And I remember it was the same way as well when my mum asked me do you want to talk about this sort of thing, and I was like, no, I didn't, I don't know why, but I just did not want to talk about periods with my mom, because oh, that's weird. So for me, it was actually my sister who I went to talk to me about it, just because, I don't know, it felt more normal talking about it with someone closer to my age. It felt less weird than talking about it with a teacher or my mom or something.
When most women get their period, they use period products to stop blood from leaking and staining their clothes. There are many different kinds of period products, such as pads, tampons, reusable pads, etc. There is no right period product to use. Anyone can use any type. It's all based on preference and what you're most comfortable in.
Pads are rectangles of absorbent material that attach to the inside of a girl's underwear and catch the menstrual blood. They're sometimes also called sanitary pads. Some pads have extra materials on the sides. These wings fold over the edge of the underwear to help hold the pad in place and prevent leaking. Some girls' periods are heavier and some are lighter. Pads can vary in size and absorbency.
I remember my teacher, she was an amazing teacher, and she actually put some period products into our lockers, and she was like, oh, you can take whatever you want, and that really helped us to get comfortable with using period products and know that everyone needs it, and also it is not something that you should be hiding.
A tampon is a period product designed to absorb blood by insertion during your period. Unlike a pad, it is placed internally. Once inserted correctly, it is held in place by the vagina and expands as it soaks up menstrual blood. It is important to be aware that tampons can increase the risk of toxic shock syndrome by changing your normal pH and increasing the risk of infections from the bacteria. TSS is a rare but life-threatening infection that requires immediate medical attention.
Well, one thing is, I do, I was taught to how to use a tampon from early age, but I actually, rarely use it because it's just not the norm for me as well, so, yeah. It's similar
it
to you.
It creeps me out so much. Oh my god.
No, this might be weird, but that's the way I feel about pads. They kind of gross me out, because it's actually I don't know, they're just weird to me. It's not for me.
Yeah. There's actually other period products.
Yeah,
as
the
well.
cups
I think
and stuff.
Cups, that freaks me out even more.
Yeah.
But shout out to whoever's doing it.
No, because
you're brave.
Yeah, because they I'd be interested in
how
trying
does
them
it
out, because I know it's more
Yeah,
sustainable and stuff.
Yeah.
Because they're
But
not
it would be
single use,
kind of
but it kind of
messy.
scares me.
Yeah.
But I don't know whichever one's more sustainable. That's the question.
Yeah, I think that people say that the cups are better because you don't have to throw them out. But out of
wash
pads and
them,
tampons, I think it's much of a muchness.
Because tampons, they have the
Oh, the extra
thingy,
plastic
yeah.
bit. That's true.
So
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. I think from popularity wise, I think here tampons are more popular, and obviously pads, and then we have cups. Sort of obviously in other parts of the world they might have different usage. Some people use cotton, pure cotton, I guess a string of cloth or something. Because I know as in India, some parts of Nepal, they use it, and it's totally normal. I think it's definitely your choice, and whichever you feel you're comfortable to. There's no such thing you're not telling me, oh, just because I use pads you're, you're no, I think people just have to really come in terms to know that it's your body. It's your body. Choose what you feel because I'm not very comfortable with the idea of a tampon, so but that's fine. Fine. Some people are, so
Yeah, it also some things are better for certain activities and stuff, I guess. So it's depending on what you do with your time. If you do a lot of sports or something, then you might prefer a tampon or a cup or something compared to other people.
Same thing. It's it's about keeping hygiene. The hygiene part is so important. It's not oh, you use pads or use tampons. Wow, that's disgusting. No, a person's hygienic habits has nothing to do with, you know, the fact that which product they're using. If you're clean, you should, like, obviously there's instruction, you should change or you should do this and that. I think just keep aware yourself. I think, just kind of mind your own business at the same point. Like, if we girls, as in, like, you know, because we're the people that talk about it more. Like, men, I don't think they really have a right to even talk about, like, on this subject. But the girls talk about it all the time. Well, sometimes. At certain, times, they will talk about it. And I feel like, just don't really. It's not important what people think about you, and it's just that. Do your own thing. Whatever you're comfortable with, really.
I remember seeing, like, TikTok ads for, I don't know what it was, but it was, like, covering the taboo on, like, tampons and the menstrual cups and stuff. And they're like, well, this and this take your virginity. And there was this person that kind of walked on with the box, and the other person pushed them off and was like, no, it's completely normal, you're fine. I remember when I was... Because I got mine when I was 10. So I remember going to Spain the year after. My mum was explaining all of, like, how to do anything. And I was like, oh, so, because we were going to the pool. So I was just like, oh, so it's just like that. And she says, you know, you're acting so normal about all of this. Your cousin is scared to use tampons. She still hasn't. She's in her 20s. No shade to my cousin. And she was just astounded by how normal I thought this all was.
Because it is. Like,
it is
my
normal,
mom is
like,
the same thing. It's like, my mom's like, oh, do you need to buy any more? So she used to call them feminine hygiene products, just like casually on the street. I was like, Mom, just say pads. And then she's like, here, I'll say FHP, which stands for feminine hygiene product. And she's like, in the street, and she's like, Elizabeth, do you need more FHPs? Just say pads. Please. It's less embarrassing to just say pads or tampons rather than FHPs or feminine hygiene products.
First time I used a tampon, I was in a Gaeltacht for water sports.
Oh, that was when I gave you.
And I saw it coming, and I, had to figure it out on the fly. I knew how, but also, doing stuff for the first time is scary, and, I don't think there's a lot of information about it out there. I didn't have mine for, a few months beforehand. It's still regular, yada, yada, yada. But it was terrifying because up to, that point, I'd used the extra small a couple of times, or,
We kind of Bluetooth with our periods for some reason. We're in sync.
But we have opposite periods, so hers is quite heavy. So I had this larger tampon, and it just was really uncomfortable, and it didn't work for me. But obviously you have no idea how it's harder, easier, depending on size and stuff. I think that's not very well talked about.
I know that a lot of people, I think we still do. We still hide our pads and stuff when we go to the toilet. And it's just, especially in a girls' school, is that necessary? Yeah.
No, or, it is funny, even if you have to, change your pad or something in your class, you're just I need to go to the bathroom, if you're talking to your friends or something.
Yeah.
As if you can't just say, what's actually happening, sort of thing.
Because everyone does the same thing. It's
and you're, hiding it in your hands, or, in your pocket.
Oh my god, I have the best story. I used to hide it up my sleeve, so if I'd reach into my bag and I just fold it in half,
I used to do that
as
well.
And I'd leave.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I had a male art teacher. There was one summer I remember. Why is it always in summer? I don't know. I was in pain, and I knew that that was maybe 11 already. I was oh, I knew what's going on. And my mom always told me to always carry at least one pad, because I in China it's actually tampons not very popular. I don't know, it's actually not very popular. So I used to carry a pad whenever I knew maybe that is my period of time, because my mom used to always take it on her journal. She's oh, you have to carry pads now. So I did. And then this teacher, as I was I got off my seat and I was leaving for the bathroom, he was are you gonna eat snacks in the bathroom? Because he saw that there was something in my pocket, and I was no, I need to go to the bathroom. He was no, but you can leave empty, but you can go to the bathroom, just go to the bathroom. Then why, what are you hiding? And I was oh my god, you are not forcing me to do this right now. So I just flashed him with my pad. I was yeah, this is what I'm gonna do. And he was just flabbergasted.
Oh my god.
But yeah, it was kind of like, I guess from that moment I knew that, yeah, I was a woman. But
Yeah.
There's a luxury tax on period products in Ireland till I think last year. And
Yeah, 2023.
That's
That's
crazy.
March
March
2023 is when it was
2023, and
abolished.
it was luxury
Not even a
tax,
full
so
year.
it was, I think it's like 46% tax or something. It's mad. And I think we're still
Wait,
the
46.
I think luxury tax. It's like high. I think we're the only EU
We're only- yeah.
the only EU country to have abolished it so far, which is ridiculous.
That's insane.
So Ireland is the only country to
So-
not have any tax on period products whatsoever.
At all.
Yeah, because they're considered a necessity. Like you don't have to pay VAT on bread and milk and stuff because it's considered human basics. Other EU countries and us until last year, they're still considered something that is taxable, like, which is crazy, especially considering period poverty at the moment.
Period poverty isn't just about not having access to menstrual products. It's about health, dignity, education, and honestly, basic human rights.
And it's a global issue. Millions of people who menstruate are affected every day, in schools, workplaces, and public spaces. It's like society said, here's the thing that happens to half the population, but we're just going to pretend it doesn't exist.
The challenge not only affects health and dignity, but also perpetuates gender inequality, education gaps, and economic hardships.
By addressing period poverty, it requires dismantling barriers caused by poverty, stigma, and systemic inaction, and advocating for equitable access to menstrual products in schools, workplaces, and public spaces.
In terms of economic challenges due to humanitarian crises, natural disasters, and COVID-19, the availability of menstrual products have been deteriorating.
Like, even though we live in developed countries, typically low-income women have difficulty affording menstrual products. They are resorting to using cloth or sponges because they can't access menstrual products.
It's great we now have female menstruation activists like Amika George. At 17, Amika started the #FreePeriods campaign to urge all public schools and colleges in England to provide pads and tampons to students. Thanks to her determination and crowdfunding efforts to take legal action, the UK government announced they'd provide funding for period products in schools in 2019.
It actually causes, like, not having access to, up to standard period products causes some girls in developing countries to actually have to miss school. So they're falling behind on their education, which shouldn't have to be that way.
Yeah, it's important no one misses out for anything just because of your period, because it's not a disadvantage. It shouldn't be seen as one.